Laura A. Grace here, the author of Dear Author, Letters from a Bookish Fangirl, and Team Lines of Poetry collection, and an upcoming manga which I hope will be releasing this spring. I am so incredibly excited for this video, guys. I have just really enjoyed finding old goodies like old manga titles that are just so really good. Today is no exception. I was recommended this manga by a friend of mine, my friend Becca, who actually was the one who recommended Haikyuu to me. So I'm so appreciative of just all her recommendations. They have been spot on and really good. And I still have more like recommendations that she's given me that I need to go do. But that's for another day. Today, we are talking about the manga title, Beastmaster. Oh my goodness. So here is the thing, guys. Let me tell you, make sure I can get it without the glare here. Let me tell you. So I've seen Beastmaster online before, and I was really hesitant to pick it up because of these covers. So because of the whole chain thing and the pose and Leo's look, I really felt that there was going to be some not clean material, I guess to say it some other way. I thought there was going to be some hardcore sexual things that were going on, and I was completely wrong. Like, this is one of the few manga titles that I've seen where I really feel like the cover doesn't really reflect the story as a whole. Like, this is so much fun. It's a very clean story. I absolutely loved it. I read both volumes in one sitting because I just got to the end of volume 1 and was like, I have to know what's going to happen next. So what is Beastmaster about? It is about Yuiko and Leo. And the thing is, Yuiko loves animals, but animals hate her. Leo also loves animals, and he's very good with animals. But the thing is when he sees blood, he sort of goes crazy. He goes berserk. He becomes sort of like a wild beast that's sort of like you can't control him or anything like that. But Yuiko sees some really good in Leo and wants to get to know him, and so unfolds their romance. But the thing is how do things go when he goes berserk? Like, what does Yuiko do? Because she has to be safe. That is basically the premise of this manga. And guys, it is so incredibly sweet. So I really, to be honest, I really feel like this does not reflect Yuiko. Like, I'm sort of upset because she is such a fun and playful character, and she does have some definitely serious side to her, but she is so sweet to Leo, and I love how she gets along with everybody except for animals. The one creature that she wants to get along with is animals. She loves them. You can tell from the very beginning how much she loves animals. It's a very humorous part of the story because animals hate her, except for our precious Leo. I love the way he is drawn. Let me see if I can find a panel, a non-spoiler page of just how adorable he is, because he's just really cute. I mean, when he's in like what looks like he's a predator mode kind of thing, and he looks really cool here. But when he's not in that mode kind of thing. Okay, this is a non-spoiler, so we can do this one. But look at him right here. Look how cute he is. He is just so adorable. He is probably one of the cutest male heroes I have ever read. Novel, manga, all of the books, just adorable. And I agree with Yuiko that he really is like a little kid in the inside. He's just very naive sometimes with social conversations and such, but he has a heart of gold. And it's really hard seeing this predator aspect come out of him or change him because he's just a sweet young guy. One thing that I really also loved about this manga is that the ages are older. I feel like in some of the manga titles I've read, they are usually a little bit younger, like 15, 16, which I think is a typical like age for shoujo manga. But I loved that they were 17 and 18. Like, I don't know, I just really enjoyed that. There isn't like a more mature depth to their friendship / relationship. I mean, like I said, he is a kid at heart, so that's an interesting side to their relationship and how it plays a role in it, because it definitely does, because that's who Leo is. But I really enjoyed just that they were older. Like, I don't know why, I just really appreciated that. I think all of the characters are really fun. I liked Boss. I liked Toki. The father, can't say much, but I will say some of Leo's family, because that would be major spoilers, but I really enjoyed that. The only downside, though, to this whole manga is it is so short, guys. It is only 6 chapters long. 6 chapters! I would have loved for this to be longer. Grant, I think the ending was totally perfect for where the story is. I guess you could say, too, by the way, that there's 6 chapters in the manga itself, and then you have one bonus chapter that's sort of like a sequel to the actual Beastmaster story. And both of them ended perfectly. I was really, really happy where things ended, and I think it was, just like I said, perfect for the story and the characters, but I would have just loved to have more. I would have loved to see their friendship and their relationship really bloom, because it just was getting, I feel like, almost like sweeter and sweeter. Such a fun story. It's definitely one where if you're like, I need a pick-me-up and just something easy going, I would definitely recommend Beastmaster. Like, don't judge this manga for its cover and thinking it's spicy. I feel like it probably is a little bit misleading, because if somebody's wanting that, you're not going to find that in this manga at all. I mean, there is a little bit of blood, and there was just like one awkward scene that I can't say much about it because that's a really big spoiler concerning who's involved and such. But it was a little bit awkward. It's just there for a moment. That was the only probably like awkward scene. And going back to Yuiko, I genuinely love how she really does care for everybody. I love how she's such a kind heroine and how she sees the brighter side, maybe if that's the right word, of people. Like, it really just comes out on page. And I think that is why Leo really likes her. Definitely not, I think, the only reason, but I do see how it's such a catalyst for their friendship to just grow and become a friendship in the first place. I really liked, too, that the mangaka included a commentary about Beastmaster when it ended. I mean, granted, she didn't have to, and it's funny, she makes a joke about including a commentary, but there were some really, really good one-liners in Volume 2 that just really hit my heart. Like, yes, like I really resonated with what she was saying. And then when she shares in her commentary a little bit more about one of those one-liners, but the story as a whole, it was really good. I'm glad that she did. Even if she felt a little bit embarrassed, I think it was a really good way to end the manga and sort of like wrap it up and just sort of share her thoughts on it. I really, really like that. Now, one thing that was really interesting about this manga, or another thing I should say, was that for the second volume, you get her first, I don't think it's her first manga that she wrote. I think it's her first fantasy manga she wrote, and it's called Cactus Summer Surprise. And the thing is, though, this manga, okay, because it's like a mini manga, is 80 pages long. So when you look at it this way, okay, this side here is Beastmaster. And then this one is Cactus Summer Surprise. That's a lot of pages and not enough for Beastmaster. I mean, like I said, it ended really well, but I really was surprised by, like I said, just how thick that bonus manga is that they included in this. Makes me wish they would have used it a little bit more again to go to Beastmaster. And even in the first volume was pretty cool. You get her very first manga that she wrote, and that was Fly. I read a little bit of this one. I admit I don't really read, like, if it's not related to the manga, I usually don't read the bonus, I wouldn't say bonus chapters, but the other manga title kind of things, if that makes sense, because I feel like it takes away from the actual volume itself. And I was really digging Beastmaster. And I was like, I don't want any other manga to pull me away from the enjoyment of this story. But this one's not nearly as thick. Like, we have a lot of Beastmaster pages. And it was interesting hearing her thoughts, because she does mention how, like, they do look like Yuiko and Leo. And they do. But that one seemed like a really sweet story. as well. I said I didn't read it fully, but I did like the heart and the passion of the story of that one, of Fly. I think that like wraps up my thoughts for Beastmaster, but guys, I really love this. I am so excited that I got both of them because I'm gonna come back to this. Like, this was such a relaxing way to read yesterday. I smiled, I laughed. The art was absolutely beautiful. I really enjoyed it. I especially just love the way Leo is drawn so very much. I definitely recommend it. I would say it is for ages 13 and up due to some of the blood that's in this manga. Nothing gory or graphic, but it is in there. I also would recommend it to those who love animals and to those who like just a really sweet romance. If you have read Beastmaster or any of this manga's other titles, she's written QQ Sweeper, which I have from the library right now, and she's written Queen's Quality, which I also have from the library. Let me know if you've read any of them, including Beastmaster, and if you read Beastmaster, what did you think? Did you think that the covers were misleading as well? If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and thanks so much for watching, friend. Have a great weekend. Bye!